So this is where the tool comes into play. I have been distraught, emotionally going through and getting kind of angry because my partner, my husband, stays out late and it's gone for hours and hours, and I never know what time he's coming in. I cook dinner, then it gets cold. So I want to talk about it instead of carrying this weight and this anger.
So I think we need to take it to the table.
We take it to the table. So I am going to draw my card, and you have your pad. I have my pad for my rebuttals. So I draw from this card, and from this card, I have to make my issue, speak my issue through the template of this card. So I'm going to turn over the timer. This is the amount of time that I have, and you might need less time than this, but this is the amount of time that I have to speak. So my card says, I appreciate it when you, specific action, because it makes me feel, and it's my emotion. So taking the issue that I have at hand, only this issue, I appreciate it when you text or you call me when you're going to be late, because it makes me feel important. It makes me feel honored, and I need that. A lot of times you don't realize that I've already cooked dinner, I am prepared for you, and I'm waiting for you. So when you don't text or call and hours have been going by and I expected you to be home around between that 5 and 6 hour, and you haven't, I feel like you don't care how I feel, and I don't feel like I'm important to you, or even that I'm home. You don't even know what's going on in the course of the day. You haven't checked in all day. And it makes me feel like I don't matter. And that hurts me.
So now I'll draw a card from the listen and clarify. And given the situation and scenario that you just gave me, I took my notes. And while taking my notes, I wrote down, as you was explaining about me not calling you, I felt like that I'm micromanaged. And I feel like that I'm not allowed to go to this place or that place. And so I turn the timer over when it starts for my turn. The card says, what's the best way for me to communicate my perspective without making you feel unheard?
So the best way that you can do that is just in a text, babe, I'm running late. This lets me know that you are at least thinking about me, that you're at least honoring that maybe I have started dinner, maybe I had a plan or something, but you make me feel as though I do matter in your life, that I am important in your life, and I need that.
So after I've used the sand timer and you've used the sand timer with both of our turns, now we need to move towards what's a resolution.
After we both have dialogue and we both feel like, okay, my feelings, my emotions, my thoughts have been shared, and we are both dialoguing now, back and forth, and using the timer as our gauge so that we don't overtalk one another, so that we allow each other's voice to be heard, because this is how we start dishonoring one another in communication, because when we start overtalking one another, we're really not listening. So listening is so important, and getting clarity, that understanding on what I need is so important, because both of our emotions matter.
Yeah, and listening to get clarification honors your emotions.
Yeah.
It honors your feelings. It shows you that you are a priority.
Right.
And that I care enough to listen and let you get it out and talk.
And it means a lot. And that means a lot. So when I start with my emotions card and I say what's really going on, and I use the template on the card, it makes you not feel attacked, because I start with the I statement, what I need, and I'm telling you how I feel about a certain situation, which actually honors my emotions, but it helps you not to feel attacked.
Yeah, and as I patiently listen, I give you time on the timer to get it all out, and then I turn the timer over, and then I go into what I've written down while you were talking. If I have any rebuttals, if I have anything that I want to challenge, or anything that I have questions about, I write them down while you're talking, so that I can move to the next step, which is to tell you how I feel about what you said. So that when I draw that card to listen and clarify, now we can move on from step 1 to step 2.
Yeah, and step 2. Yeah. And that's what's important. Step 1 is the expression of what I need. Step 2 is the response. And following the template allows you to respond without reaction.
Yeah.
Because when we react, it's always at a lower level of vibration that's going to cause us to argue. But using the template allows you time to respond to me in a way that you're not attacking my emotions. It's to go with the template first. Then you can add into, during your time frame, the things that you heard. But if you lead with understanding how I feel and leading with, I'm responding to my emotion, it makes me not feel as dismissed. And that's what's important, to lead with the template of the clarifying listening. Because now I don't feel like you've just dismissed my emotion. And then you add into, these are the things along the way. So that's so important.
Yeah. So it all makes sense because it's becoming more clear. There's an emotion that is expressed, and we deal with that emotion. We exhaust that conversation. We take time to talk about it.
Right.
And then the next person, as they have written down what has been said, then they get a chance to turn the timer over and talk about what matters to them and what they heard, most of all. What they heard.
And then once we both dialogue back and forth in a calm manner, now we both draw from the third part, which is the resolve and connect. Because we should never leave the table without a resolution. So mine says, let's create a reset ritual. What can we do after disagreements to connect? After disagreement, I think that we need to make sure that we, in arming one another, that at least we look at each other in the face and, sharing our love, hold each other, and like, I'm here for you. Like, I'm not your enemy, I'm your partner. So I think that it's important maybe that when we finish with a disagreement and we're at resolution, then at least that I'm saying, like, I'm gonna thank you for listening to me, and at least hold your hand or hug you so that you don't feel like it's a big attack, that you feel that I'm not coming after you as well.
Yeah, that's good. So then I'll read my card. And my card says, what are 3 things we both love about our relationship, even in tough moments? And I believe that that's when your relationship is really defined by the tough moments.
Yes.
I love one thing about our relationship is that no matter what we go through, we are one.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that even though I get caught in my emotions sometimes, you always allow me space to come back so that we can reunite.
Yeah.
And then I love the fact that we have decided to be partners for life through thick and thin. Yeah. So even when the tough times come, going through those tough times together means so much because we are still one, we're still united. So tough times become easier when we go through them together. So I love those 3 things about our relationship.
And that we're not each other's enemy. I love you.
I love you too.